Today I'm talking all things Amazon A+. What the hell is it? If you're new here, I do videos on publishing and what it's like behind the scenes. We're diving into the marketing side of things today, and we're talking about Amazon A+. Amazon A+ isn't publishing specific, you can find it on any Amazon page, whatever they're selling, from clothes to tech. My definition of Amazon A+ is extra space for sellers to display images and text about their product. It's mainly used for aesthetic purposes, but it can also be used for a comparison method. So to find Amazon A+, it's displayed on an Amazon products ASINs page. An ASIN is kind of a short, unique code, a little bit like an ISBN with a book, but it's a short numerical code relating to an Amazon product. So if we're talking about books, the product page of the paperback will have a different ASIN to the product page of the ebook. They'll be listed as two different products, two different ASINs. You can find this on the Amazon page or in the URL in your browser. So if you go onto any product on Amazon and you just scroll past the description and the basic information, you should come across the Amazon A+. Amazon A+ isn't always there, and that's what I'm going to be talking about more today. For the times that you do see Amazon A+, this can be in the form of imagery. Maybe you've got some really nice photographs of your product that's real life and you can compare it to how it's actually going to look. These sort of lifestyle images are really important for the customer to see how true it is to the description. You can have some digital assets up there and you can be really creative. So you could have a 3x3 total 9 square and you could use all of them to create one big picture. You can also have comparison charts. If we're talking about books, you can have other books in the series. You can compare it to other competitor books. You can also add more text instead of images, so you can talk about the author again. You can talk more about the reviews that you've got for this book. So does Amazon A+ actually cost? No, technically it is free to do. The exception to this would be if you're outsourcing your design, say for the images and the digital assets. But for us and where I work, it's all done in-house. If you see any Amazon A+ for our books, it's usually one of us that's created it. The requirement therefore is that you have an Amazon sellers account and that you have access to Vendor Central. And while we're on requirements and specs, it's important to know that Amazon A+ has some weird sizing. So while some blocks may be square, you might want to check out the exact sizing of some of the other assets you can input. In order to create Amazon A+ content, it would be really handy if you could have Photoshop access as well. I tend to have my templates saved on there, which is a tip for future. So now we know what Amazon A+ is and we've seen some examples. How do you actually create the content? So you first need to log into Vendor Central. From the menu bar, you're going to want to go into the content area and select A+. You're going to create a new A+ page. You're going to need to title it something and you're going to want to choose your templates. These are limited, so choose the ones that are going to be the most effective for your product. Once you've created your assets to size, you want to add them in as well. Once you feel like you've got everything in there, you want to add the ASINs that we talked about earlier. Once you're happy with the design of everything, you can preview it to see what it's actually going to look like. You can then go back, adjust it, edit it, and you can edit it at a later stage as well. And then you just simply send for approval. This usually gets approved within about 24 hours. You should be able to go on the product's Amazon page, scroll down and see your A+ content there. So the benefits of having Amazon A+ is that obviously you can display imagery. If you've taken some really nice photos of your product, you can display them here. And from the customer's point of view as well, they can see those pretty pictures that you've got of your product. As I mentioned earlier as well, it's really important for the customer to know exactly what they're getting, and so having those lifestyle shots displayed on there, they'll know if it's true to size, they'll know the format of it, they'll see how it actually looks in real life as opposed to a digital asset. Comparison charts are an easy and effective way for customers to see if they want to buy your product or not. You can also use the comparison chart just to list the attributes that a book has or your product has. So if you want to say that it's got fun and it's got adventure and it's got dragons in that, you can choose the tick box option instead of text. Amazon A+ is also good for brand awareness, both for the author because they can have extra information displayed on there about them, but also for a series, especially if it's a book that's, say, 4th in the series. And on that, the ASINs and the comparison chart can be clickable as well. So this is more sales for the rest of your series because you're creating awareness for all the other books in the series. The cons that come to mind though is that obviously it is time consuming. You do have to create the assets if you're going to do that in-house or if you're going to outsource it. And it does require some kind of creativity as well. That is a whistle-stop tour of what Amazon A+ is. I hope this was useful. Do let me know if you have any specific questions and I'll try to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. I've got more how-tos and demonstrations on publishing on my channel, so be sure to subscribe and see you maybe in my next one.